Hello my friends. Well, today I'm gonna be working on some armrests here. Happens to be for a boat, but I see these a lot on RVs, captain's chairs, that kind of thing. So anyway, this is the type of termination, or how would you say, joining the welt, because this welt here, it's one piece. You can see that there, and so it has to start and end someplace. So what they did is they chose to start it on the inside on the bottom, so that's the least place you're going to see it. But there's a few different ways I've seen this done before. So you can see how it's been done here. Okay, this is a little bit of bulk here because they just folded it over and sewed it. But the examples I'm going to show you today are the good method, where it starts and ends, looks like that. So that's usually how they might learn to do it in the beginning. Second is the better method, which is right here, which is what you just saw on the armrest. So that's the method there. It looks a little bit cleaner, right? Except there's still some bulk there. So the best method, and it's coming up, and I'm going to show you if you stick around. Don't click off of this video yet until you see the third, and what I say is going to be the best method, which is. So when I sew up the welt, I sew up both ends and leave them loose on both ends like this with the welt insert plenty long. It doesn't hurt to have a little bit long out there. Better than short. So anyway, what I do is on the patterns, these are armrests. So just to let you know what it is that I'm working on. So what I will do is I will take one of these ends here, and where the mark is, I go beyond it about 3/8 of an inch right here ahead of the mark. So that's going to be my starting point, because that's where I'm going to be seaming it, right there on where that mark is. So what I will do is I will start the sewing, I guess about right here. Let's go ahead and start it right there. I lock it in. Okay, let's go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it right there, lock it in. So I went almost all the way around. Because the next step is, remember our blue mark there, or black mark, whatever you use. I just happen to use a black Sharpie to put that little mark there. So one is, this side is 3/8 of an inch further out from the mark. So we will do the opposite with this one here. So we'll trim it about 3/8 out. So you can see where the black mark is, and you can see where the material is. And this is the first easy one. So what we will do is we will just trim these here that way. They will meet in the middle right there, just like that, underneath. Okay, so this is one way to join a welt, the sewn welt. So I see this a lot, especially like for furniture or other low quality stuff, or maybe some upholsterers, this is their go-to method, where they will finish it drawing the welt, and it will look like that. You've probably seen that before. Get a better view. Okay, so that's one method. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Second way, which is a little bit more high-end. So we're going to call this one here a better way. Better than the good way that we just did earlier. What I will do is we're going to sew these together. Okay, now what I usually like to do is I don't like to cut these in the middle of where this is, because it'll create a hinge. So what I do is I kind of just go off to the side like that. Cut this here so that way the two will join like that. Okay, so what some guys will do is they'll just leave that just like that and fold it and then stitch across the top, but it leaves a lot of bulk. There's a lot of bulk there, and it's going to show up. So the next best way, better than that, is to spread out these two, put the welt in there. Okay, fold this over that welt. So this is the better way. So we did good, we're going to do better. Okay, so the result of the better way is this. Okay, it's a lot cleaner. You can see it's a lot cleaner, but we still have some bulk here. That's why it's not the best way. There's some bulk. I don't know if you can see that there, but I'm trying to get a shadow or something. That way you can see the bulk. Okay, that's the better way. Okay, now the best way is we are going to sew these two together just like we did the last one. But there's one little technique that is going to be different. Maybe you do this already, or maybe you just saw this here for the first time. Okay, here we go. After we sew that together, this is going to be technique number 485. What I do is I get rid of the bulk right here. I cut my little half moon shape, just like that. Just don't nick the thread. That way it's still sewn. But this is the trick. Go ahead and trim those, that way that they can meet. I think you're getting this. I think you're getting this. So what we're doing is you see there's no bulk there anymore. When I lay the welt right there, right between the two, just like that. Okay, we're going to fold that over, just like that. And now we're going to finish it off. And this, my friends, is what I consider the best way to join your welt. Is like this. So that's super clean, no bulk, and that'll look pretty good. Like I say, if this is an armrest, that's the reason, because you have a beginning and an end with the welt. You know, if you're doing a seat or something, you're not going to want to have anything at all that looks like that. You're always going to want a one piece on a seat. You never want to see anything like this on a seat. Although I have seen that on seats before, where people, what I've seen is, let me grab this one again. I've seen this type of where people, they put two pieces of welt together, like right in the middle of a seat welt, like right in the middle of the front or on the side or even in the insert. I've seen this before, and maybe you have too, and maybe you know who you are. So don't do that anymore, okay? This is what we're aiming for right here. We're going to do the super clean, no bulk. So just for giggles, I'm going to go ahead and put this piece on here. That way you have an example of what the finished product will look like. It'll look more like that. That's the idea right there. Being that it's an armrest, you're not even going to see it. It's going to be tucked under like that. This is the bottom of the armrest. This is the inside. Where my finger is sticking out of this hole here, that's where the hinge is on the armrest. So this is on the inside. You're not even going to see it at all anyway. So why am I doing this? Oh yeah, to show you new methods. Now for the comparisons. Good, better, and best.